Hello, guys. So, as you know, the GOP political race is just getting crazier by the minute. So, today I'm just going to explain, just keep you guys updated in case you've missed anything over the past few weeks to just see what that's looking like. So, top contenders like Vivek Ramaswamy, or Ramaswamy, you know, Vivek, as well as Florida Governor DeSantis have dropped out of the race in support of Trump. Many people are upset about this. Some people say that with DeSantis out of the race, Mr. Ron DeSantis, that the fight against the LGBT mafia is lost for conservatives because Trump won't do anything about whoever going into whatever bathroom they want. They say Trump won't do anything about that, and by the next election it'll be too late. The culture will be too enveloped, and with Ron dropping out, we lose this race. I'm not 100% sure if it means we lose this race because I think if we do get the right president in there, that enough things can change. One more local governments, that laws can get put in place. It also puts the U.S. in a better state of mind for a 2028 president that maybe would have a stronger, harsher opinion on that. Another very important thing to mention is Vivek had the big dismantle the government thing, and he is also now leaving. With Vivek leaving, it means while the FBI might get dismantled a little bit, Vivek wanted the FBI gone. He didn't want to try and redo the FBI. He wanted to delete the FBI and then reduce all of the other, like the CIA, all of the other government establishments. He wanted to reduce those after the complete deletion of the FBI. He had a very interesting campaign. A lot of people were like, "This guy's making big promises. Will he follow through?" And I guess we won't know that for now because, like I said, he did drop out to support Trump. But with him dropping out, I think a lot of people like him, and he has good shots to run for some other office. Maybe vice president, maybe running in 2028, maybe becoming a governor or something, or a senator. Like, he could probably get somewhere high in politics because there's a lot of people that followed him and liked him. So people wonder, why did these two great candidates drop out? It's kind of simple. As you guys know, currently, with them dropping out, there are only 4 GOP candidates. Kristi Noem, who is very unlikely because most people haven't heard of her, as well as Ryan Binkley. Now, these are people that never had enough funding to go to the debates, which normally means no one knows who you are because, you have to be very deep into politics to know those things if they don't go to the debates. And even people that do go to the debates sometimes get overlooked. So those two don't have much of a chance. They're considered mostly unlikely. So that leaves us with 2 contenders, Donald Trump and Nikki Haley. The thing with Nikki Haley is a lot of people don't like her, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But some of the people that didn't like her were Vivek, especially. He made a lot of his late campaign about trying to make sure Nikki Haley was not the president of the United States. And then I believe DeSantis agreed that he was, and because he was known to attack her in the debates, but just didn't, he didn't push that as hard into his campaign. So, once again, why did they leave? Well, they don't like Nikki Haley, and Trump is there. Trump's up here. They like Trump. They're fine with him, but they don't like Nikki Haley. And Nikki Haley was inching up, getting there. So they figured they don't want that to happen. So they would leave knowing that their supporters agreed with them and would support Trump, making sure that Trump would go up and that Nikki Haley would not be able to get this position. And they figured at this point, we have no chance at winning. So we might as well just make sure a better candidate does have a better chance. Like, let's just push him up there because we don't have a chance. They were at 11, he was at like 50. And it worked. Trump went up after that because, of course, there are less options, so there's going to be more people voting for the few options that are left. But Nikki Haley, of course, did not drop out and is still tailing behind. But a lot of information has come out about her. Matt Wallace posted the other day, he said, "You have 24 hours to drop out of the race, or I will personally release something that could get you jailed for a long time." Now, I will tell you what this is, but I do want to preface this. I personally believe that we do not need to use this kind of political prosecution because it is exactly what they are using against us. It's what they're using against Donald Trump, and we need to show that we don't need to use that to win. We also need to show that we are better than that. So I don't think we need to do anything about this, but it is some very interesting information to know. Nikki Haley was pushing Israel to sell a lot of tanks and military equipment to another country, but those tanks were given to them by America, but not just bought by America, of course, taxpayer money. So you're looking at something that we funded that already got shipped overseas and then selling that again for her personal gain because some of that money would come back to her. So she was pushing this. So it's very interesting. It is illegal. And of course that was shown because when she was UN ambassador, that was released by some whistleblowers in the Trump campaign. It's very interesting information. I don't personally think we should act upon it though, but it is, like I said, it's currently down. With the other two dropping out, it is currently down. The only two issues we have, the only two people that we really have to worry about are Trump and Nikki Haley. And at this point, we just need to make sure it's not Nikki Haley because she is a warmonger. She's been known to she wants every war that's going on. She also wants America involved in it. We do not need to be paying our money to foreign wars. I believe this. A lot of people believe this. Taxpayer money does not need to go to foreign wars. We don't need to continue being in Russia versus Ukraine. And Gaza and Israel probably doesn't need our help either. We also should probably just stop dropping bombs wherever we want. And it's very interesting. I mean, she is a pusher for American wars. And as an American first, I believe that needs to stop. And there was only one presidency in 70-some years where we did not get ourselves involved in a war. It was Donald J. Trump, which is why I think he should get elected. But this wasn't completely about me trying to convince you to like Trump. It was just to tell you things that have been released and who's dropped out. Of course, Trump still has great leads. He's touring all over the place. He's been winning Iowa, New Hampshire. He's probably going to win South Carolina. It's just how it is, even though Nikki Haley was the governor down there. But this is very interesting information. With that, guys, I think that this is not going to end well. I just want to say this right quickly before we leave. People want their way, and they will do a lot to get in their way. I'm not going to go into specifics. People will do a lot to get what they want. So guys, if you want to press that like button and subscribe for more news, more stories like this. We're covering all kinds of crazy news here within the next week. Me, Jaden, and Isaac, we're covering it all. It's very interesting, and it just keeps getting deeper and more interesting. So please subscribe for more of that. Goodbye.